One central aspect of woke culture, and one reason that it's truly and entirely evil, is what they do is they create principles and they say that things are true that are exactly opposite from the truth, like men can be women and things that are, easy like that. But they talk about history and American history, and they say that it was slanted towards a favorability towards ourselves, and that we didn't look at things honestly, like the suffering of the Indians and all that, and we just made it wonderful and talked about the successes, and that's not true. In fact, it's totally false, because what we did do was look at the Trail of Tears, and we were also taught about the railroad and the great things that we did, but we were taught about the horrible treatment of the Indians. And what really was left out was that there would be wagon trains going from east to west, and the Indians, mother, children, and the Indians would just come down on them, slaughter everyone in the wagon train, the babies, the children, and take all their stuff. And they were bloodthirsty. That's why they called them savages. They had a certain respect for them. That's really why they make baseball teams like the Braves and the Indians, is because they would fight grown men too, and they would go into battle with men with the same ferocity and do a wonderful, job of bravery fighting with other grown men. They were courageous people. They weren't all just like that, but everybody, they had their own little group, and everybody else was the other and didn't matter. And they killed buffaloes, and they killed other animals, and they killed other people, and killing was just part of their life. And we didn't discuss that. We made it look like the Indians were just nice, peaceful people, and we just did them wrong, because the history was actually trying to improve our own morality, and it was a mistake, and we should have looked at the whole thing more honestly. But it wasn't the mistake that the woke people like to. It was a fault of a society trying to make itself better, not a fault of a society trying to cover up from its past ills. In fact, it was quite the opposite. And if we keep following these people and saying that men can be women, that's a recipe for the end of the human race, the end of humanity.